All right, so this is a continuation of my first video. I didn't quite make it to the cave, so here we go. I hiked, I drove to the location, and the road in is extremely bumpy. Like it's a rough ride for a nice amount of time, probably at least a mile, and you have to go really slow. So beware. I started at number 8. Well, I started before then because that's where I came in, but that's where I had left off the day before. And just some views from the beginning of the hike. It's really a well-maintained trail, so it's an easy maybe 2.5 miles round trip, and I did a little more in. It's only a half a mile from the parking lot to the cave, but I hiked the beach, and you'll see some of those pictures at the end. Kind of looked around. It was really, really serene, beautiful out, and the cave was actually really fascinating, and it was cool, like the guy had described. It was very cool. There was a group of tourists there, so I kind of followed them for a bit. I wanted to hear what was going on, but I couldn't. Ended up down closer to the cave. This is the entrance in. So you kind of walk around this path, and there's a river on the right. And when you kind of go around this bend, there's this signs and this hole in the wall, and it's just like, what is this, the entrance? I wasn't sure. I was kind of like skeptical. I'm like, is there any way out? Is there any other way in? No, there isn't. This is the only way in, so you have to literally crawl in. And once you get in, it's like, it's really cool. It's got a lot of different like textures and colors, and you can see the age. And I don't know much about caves and rocks, but it looks really fascinating and cool and kind of sacred in a way. And so once you're inside, this is kind of what it is. This area used to be a lake, and people would I guess the ancient Hawaiians used to come in here through the lake and do sacred ceremonies in that cave straight ahead. So I went in there. There was a woman in there. I'm going to call her the cave lady. The cave lady was super knowledgeable. I did ask her a question about, let me let you hear this.
So here you can see the entrance to this cave. This had been sacred to the ancient Hawaiians. When the scientists got here in the 1990s, they connected with some of the direct descendants of those Hawaiians, as well as other cultural practitioners.
Yeah, so if you heard her, she said this was a place where ancient Hawaiians used to have sacred ceremonies and stuff. So it was pretty cool to be in there. You can see some of the smoke. After that, I went and headed out back to the beach and decided to hike to this labyrinth I heard existed around one of the coves. So on the way there were these jellyfishes like all on the sand, and I didn't know what they were. I'm like, what is happening here? I didn't get it. They were all along the sides. I wanted to touch it, but glad I didn't, and I kind of left it alone. Okay. Yeah, so here's the beach, Hawaii's magical ocean and views. Always finding new humans on the hikes and stuff, which are cool. Kind of short conversations here and there. Headed to Kauai coffee, to the Plantation. Don't love that word, but this is where they grow all of the coffee beans, and they were harvesting at the time, which is kind of cool. They have a cute little shop. I went in, and you can sample as many different coffees as you like, and I really love the banana one, so I just grabbed a cup of that, and just kind of took a minute and just relaxed, and did the self tour. This sign was cute. Big Buddha's special. Buy any 2 drinks and pay for them both. I'm not gonna lie, like I couldn't help but think about all of that land and who owned it, and who didn't own it anymore, and that was kind of something that I thought about. So anybody who knows Fran knows that this is her favorite flower. So when I saw this, I felt like she was with me, and she was on this trip with me and keeping me safe and kind of giving me the courage to do all this and feel just so safe in my journeys. I went to Barking Sands afterwards, and then just relaxed for a sec, and then headed over to have some dinner and ran into some live music. So I chilled.